Ninjas and Pyjamas have legions of fans across the world thanks to the team's big personalities and their undisputed legacy that has dominated CSGO's narrative since its inception. Every fan of top-tier CSGO can sit down and retell the stories of NiP's legendary 87-0 run, fantastical major finals, and even the myth of NiP magic. However, one of the key sub-storylines for this team has always been that of their streaky AWPers. NiP has gone from Thooorin to Michaelele to Alu to Pith, and now to Draken. Although each iteration of AWPer brought about a different style and flavor to NiP, Draken's might be the most compelling and interesting to analyze, especially given the upwards trajectory he has put NiP on recently. Draken is infamous for his aggressive, confident AWPing style, often pulling off flashy picks and clutches. This has earned him a reputation as one of the most volatile AWPers in the world. In an interview with HLTV, Freiberg stated, quote, "Draken so far has been very aggressive, going for picks both as CT and T, trying to get picks. Draken is by far the most aggressive AWPer I've played with," end quote. NiP's coach Threat also added, quote, "We have both Draken and GetRight, two players who really want to take initiative when they play, especially Draken. We were in desperate need of that kind of AWPer, and he has been playing really well doing that style," end quote. To see what Threat and Freiberg mean, let's take a look at a game from before Draken joined NiP. Round 10 at the E-League Major EU Minor, where Epsilon played against Godsent on Mirage. We see Draken get a decent spawn and go for a mid-rush out of window with the AWP. He goes top mid and picks Pronax, knowing that there will likely be a man at top mid to trade him out. Rather than try to fall back into connector through the molly with the help of a teammate, Draken opts to re-peek top mid again and hits an amazing shot onto Flusha. As JW tries to trade him out from underpass, Draken proceeds to hit yet another great flick and shuts down Godsent's entire round. The ability for Draken to make these quick, aggressive decisions against some of the best players in the world is what defines him on an individual basis, and is generally what is discussed by the community. It's easy to dismiss this playstyle for its latent inconsistency and over-flashiness. However, this would ignore the benefits of integrating a dual-hunting AWPer like Draken into a team and the power he has on T-side play. This is especially true on a team like NiP, where they have no clearly defined entry fragger or hyper-aggressive presence on the roster. In round 14 from NiP's semifinal game against Envious at Dreamhack Valencia 2017 on Cash, we see how NiP hinged their round on Draken's AWP without over-relying on a big play. We can see that Draken is positioned in squeaky with the AWP supported by Rez. NiP are clearly looking to make a play towards A in the mid-round based on their map position. Happy has more or less read the situation with his own secondary AWP posted at Truck. Scream and RPK are both playing fast rotate from highway to A, and XMS is playing in the site. Any site that has a 4-man stack on it will be tough to crack. Watch though, as Force quickly communicates RPK's rotation from highway onto A site, leading Rez to throw a basic forklift smoke. This baits a shoulder peek from RPK as he looks for info. Draken snaps onto RPK and quickly punishes the peek. NiP immediately barrel out onto the site with no hesitation. Forrest punishes Scream for trying to make play by forklift, and then Draken trades out XMS, leaving an open site. Envious are forced to save their two AWPs. NiP clearly had a plan in mind and played around Draken's AWP in Squeaky to find the opening, and then had the cohesion to all move as one. In round 12 of their game on Cash against Gambit at Malmo, we can see the variations of strats NiP plays utilizing Draken's picks. Draken finds an opening pick from the same squeaky angle early in the round. Rather than push together quickly, NiP instead calls for GetRight to rotate to mid from B main. He waits, smokes off the site to deny information from Gambit, and plays patiently with the man advantage and map control in hand. This forces Adren to peek from forklift to find out whether it's a fake or not. He gets traded out by Forrest, which opens up the site. NiP jump into action, picking off the remaining Gambit players as they swarm the site. This shows the depth of NiP and the clear impact that Threat has had on their T-sides, showcasing a depth to their strategies that capitalizes on Draken's dueling confidence. While confidence and aggression is synonymous with Draken, so is inconsistency. He is notorious for missing seemingly easy shots. At Malmo vs Gambit on Overpass, we see Draken aggress down long with the AWP. He has the advantage of surprise plus an exit pathway with heaps of support from a 2-man trading unit behind him. Still, he misses 3 key shots that ends NiP's possibility of getting into the round. It's intelligent aggression and pressure supported by teammates, but at the end of the day, you still have to hit the shots. Draken's style of AWPing draws some shocking comparisons to other snipers from his domestic scene of Sweden. The region is famed for churning out some of the most legendary players in CSGO history, the most famous being the notorious Fnatic AWPer JW. Renowned for his aggression and confidence, JW's crazy 2014 and 2015 peaks and valleys of form showed the world what a truly talented AWPer could do. JW in many ways shares similar traits to Draken in terms of aggression and confidence, but also, as JW himself breaks down in his second Reflections interview with Thooorin, his role as the site opener on T-side.
When I play to my maximum level, I think I help other to be able to be the best players in the world, if you get me.
Okay.
Like, I open up sites, I open up like the middle on Inferno and stuff like that, so the others can go up and take the rest, but...
While Draken might be more positioned to be the playmaking star of NiP when he is at his best, he is similarly the key for unlocking the full potential of players like GetRight and Forest. A good example of this can be seen in their cash game against Gambit at Malmo. Here we see GetRight getting picked by Gambit's forward 1-2 setup at B main early. Draken, boosted up and watching a white box, takes this cue to aggressively hunt for a duel at Z where he wins the AWP battle versus Mo, an area of the game Mo traditionally excels at. This allows Forest to quickly get into vents and make the big entry onto Hobbit and Checkers, isolating Fitch and giving the site to NiP. It was because of Draken's opening and the space his pick created that Forest was able to find his own pick. There is a long line of Swedish AWPers who have integrated this aggressive and confident style into their game. From Michael Lely to Twist to even Olof Meister in his prime, Sweden is renowned for their finely tuned, world-beating snipers, and Draken is the most recent incarnation. What will separate Draken from the rest of these names, though, will be the balance he can strike between confidence and arrogance, hitting insane flicks and missing crucial sitters, working in a team system and playing individually, and most importantly, walking this line with consistency. Draken's aggression and pick-based play is explosive, well-structured, and crucial to NiP's success. The question is whether Draken can rise to the level that his team and the world expects. Will he be the next legendary Swedish sniper, or will he be relegated to the dark valleys that forcing picks without form or confidence entails? These are the questions NiP, their coach Threat, and most of all Draken himself will answer in the coming months. It's a question that fans from Sweden and abroad should be anxious to have answered. For more CSGO interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.